Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5's PTM Racing Series. We are live here tonight at the great state of Iowa at Iowa Speedway, and tonight I will have an in-car broadcaster with me here tonight. That is, of course, our good friend Kayla, the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy. McCarthy, thanks for being our in-race reporter here tonight. How's the track feeling so far after qualifying there?
Track's look pretty good. Had to make some setup changes there after qualifying. Kind of missed a little bit of qualifying, but these guys are fast. I mean, we'll just our only hope is that their fall off is more than ours, and try and be there at the end.
Absolutely, indeed. Well, I see. I heard with the top three here tonight, we're looking at Cola, Taddy, and Young Racing, your fast qualifiers here tonight. What was the time for Mr. Cola there on this track?
Cola put in a blistering lap of 22.602.
Wow.
We only got down to it 29 or 22.979. About a tenth off what we practiced, but everyone's real tight first through. We qualified P6, and everyone basically first through almost basically P8 is within a couple tenths. So it's going to be a nice close race tonight, hopefully.
All right, sounds good there, and hopefully you guys can get everything taken care of there and get that car up and running a little bit faster than them. I know you like Iowa Speedway quite a bit, and hard not to like it. It's being this short track, the fastest short track in the world. I definitely expect to see a few low end to high ends on your end, so hopefully you can pull some sliders on these guys and maybe bring home a win for Texas over there.
Yeah, definitely. We'll go get them.
All right, good luck, McCarthy. We'll talk with you later.
Thanks.
Alright guys, that was the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy. She's heading back down into the car real quick. She has to get everything else situated out and ready to go. Be sure, if you are just now tuning in, be sure to subscribe up here and share around to everybody here. We want to make sure we get as many people in tonight to watch these guys go at it. We know that everything is kind of slow right now. We're just currently getting everybody situated out and taken care of. So just be aware of that. Alright guys, and again we're getting everything all situated out here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at our track stats here tonight. The drivers will be running a 25% length race. That will be a 70 lap and full race with a 2-time wear on the tires and a full run of fuel run, of 40 laps. Stage 1 is going to be a 16 lap counter, with stage 2 being an 18 lap counter, and a final being a massive 36 laps to the distance. Alright, again we're getting everything shared around real quick, so it will be just a minute here. We're just getting the drivers still situated out and taken care of. A big field amongst us here tonight. Got over 15 drivers running with us here tonight. This is going to be the biggest one we've had in the Cup Series all season long. But nonetheless, still an incredible field of drivers ready to go at it. And a whole host of heavy hitters we mentioned earlier, Taddy and Cola, as well as Young Racing. You heard from McCarthy earlier and how she's feeling on the track. And again, we have to mention, folks, that this track is not an easy track to master. It's actually one of the more difficult ones they will be running all season long. This is a track that requires patience and perseverance, but it also requires a little bit of luck when you hit your marks and you find your line. So we will see how these guys fare on this very tough track. But nonetheless, as we're getting everything taken care of and the servers up and running, we're trying to get people into our show here tonight, and as well into the race series as well. Just getting everything all situated out, and it may just be a minute here. So again, just please be patient, and we will be with you guys here in just a little bit. So, well, folks, looks like I have another technical difficulty here. Looks like something not quite going right with our PlayStation server just for the minute. So again, you'll have to hear my voice for just a little bit longer before you see the cars. But again, if you are just tuning in, give us about 3 or 4 more minutes here and we should be all situated out and ready to go. So as you can see real quick, we're just showing you guys a few of the old cars and the new cars here, as well as some of those Pro League drivers. Don't see too many of these cars on the track, but they are running amongst everybody here. So maybe down the road you will see some of these guys trade in their numbers or trade in their car designs for these folks. Gotta believe a lot of these youngsters here, man. I've seen them run and I've seen them battle on the track, and they definitely can put up a good fight and a good show. But I think the biggest thing is that compared to the legit NASCAR drivers, it feels like more or less they have that unique gamer mindset to really master these tracks and these cars, rather than what the NASCAR and iRacing series does, which that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different breed, a different style that takes time to master and time to work around. I think a lot of people out there just don't quite understand that, nor do they really realize what it takes and what it does with everybody around and all that. So as you get a look at all the drivers, cars here, those guys. And we're still having some issues and technical difficulties right now. Unfortunately, we're currently the way things are going right now, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on right now, and I'll probably delete this stuff later, but right now what's going on is the folks that are trying to get our hosted and all that served up for us, we can see these guys go at it. Unfortunately, they're having some technical difficulties because the servers are currently having some technical errors and issues. We don't usually have this with iRacing, if ever. You'll mainly just see that we had a technical difficulty with the sound and all that, but right now we're getting everything situated out. So again, please, for the life of you, just stick around here with us, guys. We'll get everything up and running just a little bit. Real quick in the chat, the guy that started second here tonight, Kate Taddy, actually joining us real quick in the comment section. Kate Taddy, thanks for tuning in for just a sec here, my friend. So again, folks, we're going to be going live here on the track in just a minute. We're just currently dealing with some technical issues. Again, there's not much you can do about technical errors. It's computers. It just happens. But right now, we'll get everything all situated out. We'll bring you the cars and the stars behind them and get you all settled in for some fun, action-packed Iowa racing. And I'm getting word right now that we have a new server getting up real quick, so we will be getting everything taken care of here briefly and shortly. So we just want real quick again say thank you to everybody out there that tunes in each and every week. But we also want to say real quick to our sponsors, Dirt Tracking for your mobile Android and iOS devices. If you're looking for the best dirt tracking racing game on the market, look for Dirt Tracking and Dirt Tracking 2 on mobile Android and iOS devices. It's a fast-paced, all-out, action-packed series that you run on your phone, and it feels exactly like either the sprint cars, the midgets, the modifieds, the stock cars, or even in the Dirt Tracking 2 series, the late models with some customization tools that's your disposal. Dream how you want, play it how you will. Dirt Tracking is the way to go. And then, of course, thank you again to our fans, friends, and drivers out there each and every week. It doesn't matter if you guys tune in for NASCAR Heat Series or you turn in for the iRacing Series, or even maybe on our other channels you see us on the Wreckfest Series having a little bit of fun, throwing some bangers around. We can't help but thank you guys for all the support. Even if, I'll say this, even if there was just 1 or 2 folks that tuned in right now and watched this, I just hope that we can give you a show and that everybody can enjoy that just for that. So, but for now, as we said before, we're still getting everything taken care of, getting everything situated out. It is just going to take another few seconds here. We're just currently working around the cause of the issue. Being unfortunately the servers were having some technical difficulties and technical problems and giving everybody a few headaches. So we'll get everything all situated out and go from there here in a little bit. But again, nonetheless, tonight we want to remind you folks that are still with us or watching us right now. Tonight's race is a 25% linked race, 2 times on the wear of tires, and then of course the full race itself will be a 70 laps to the distance with a fuel run of 40 laps, stage 1 being a 16 lap ordeal, 18 laps on stage 2, and then that final going to be a long 36. But the good news is that fuel run will be 40 laps, so they will not need to pit at any time for gas other than after stage 1 and 2. So as we get everything ready to go and get everything situated out, you'll probably see that black screen coming up. That's because we're getting everything situated out and ready to go here, folks. And we're just getting all the cars and drivers ready to throw down with the stars. Look at all those unique cars and everything. That Noco number 16, all that old Denny Hamlin, number 11 FedEx Express. And of course, you can't go wrong with the Mobile 1 of Kevin Harvick's machine, that Ford Mustang, beautiful looking machine. Timmy Hill rocking the rootclaim.com, number 66. A lot of good stuff here. Alright guys, looks like I'm getting word now, just under a minute left before we can finally go and join the stars and the cars and see how we play out here tonight. Here we go, folks. We're finally getting down for some NASCAR Heat Series. 16 drivers are with us here tonight. If you're now just tuning in, get ready. We're going live down to Iowa Speedway. And again, real quick, folks, we want to say... real quick to everyone at home, thank you for tuning in and choosing PTM Racing TV to choose as your little sideshow to watch for the evening. We appreciate all the love and support you guys give to us, and we hope to bring you a show right here and right now as we are down in Newton, Iowa. Iowa Speedway, the fastest short track in the world. And here we go, we're going to bring everybody to the line, and you're going to see a one lap real quick where they're going to get off the pace and going to bring everyone together. So here's the thing, they're going to need to get everyone situated out and taken care of on the cars. So what they'll do is they will get everyone out of line, and then they will find their position that they belong in, where they start at. And that is where you'll see the drivers right at the beginning. So again, Cola Motorsports, number 22, Ford Mustang, South Carolina machine will be leading it out with the number 12, K Taddy and the Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang to his side. Row number 2 is going to be the number, the number 47 of Young Racing, and it is outside. That is the number 2 of JR, good old JR to be exact. Row number 3, that's Daddy Day, and the number 1, with the outside being our race reporter here tonight. The one, you don't mess with Texas McCarthy. Row number 4, it's going to be the number, looks like 9 of, yeah, that is the number 9, and Donnie Milk does his outside. That's Hoppy, and then the number 3. Now starting row number 5, that's going to be, couldn't quite tell there, that's going to be, well, that's going to be the number 19 of Gordon, new driver with us here tonight. At his outside, that'll be the 49 of Broken Dreams. I skipped a row. That was row 6, and the row 5 actually is wide open racing in the 48, and it is outside Techno in the 14. Or that is not correct. Well, for the most part, you get the idea. We'll go through the drivers here as we go on, so I do apologize, folks, for the inconvenience. These guys not quite getting into the position they were supposed to. So we're just going to work with what they got, but they are all situated out. So 16, the best going at it right now here at Iowa Speedway. Here we go. And off the start, you can see Cola Motorsports getting a great jump off the drivers as they come down out of turn 1, going into turn 2. Side by side, Young Racing makes the move down from the bottom to the top. Getting around K Taddy in the number 12. The Advanced Auto Parts machine trying to find himself another rhythm down the bottom. Young Racing going up into the middle, going to make it work from that angle. Oh, they get connected out of turn 4. You can see Young Racing and Taddy getting into it a little bit, rubbing his racing, but both drivers getting right into one another, saving both cars. No one getting hurt in that one, but thankfully, that was a huge little lick. Oh, last I say that, we got trouble down out of turn 2 there. Whoa, my goodness, folks. Caution flags coming out. Hoffy and number 3, and Naughty Milk does number 9 getting involved in that one. and unfortunately causing a big issue there. And it looks like they're not calling the caution. Excuse me, they have said they're just going to let him race. Interesting choice on the flagman. I'm not sure what he's thinking there, but apparently he has left his binoculars out of the way yet again. He's decided, you know what, let's let these guys figure it out. They'll get everything resituated and they only got a few more laps around stage 1. Well, I'll tell you this, flagman, I swear you need to get your binoculars on, because that was a huge lick that 2 of those guys just took. But nonetheless, as you see, Kate Taddy in the number 12 Advanced Auto Parts machine taking it down low going into turn 2. Starting to get the rhythm section, starting to get the momentum. He's catching up with Young Racing, that 47, the Kroger number 47. That old Cottonelle machine trying to hold off the Advanced Auto Parts machine at the 12 Kate Taddy, but they're all chasing down Southern California's 22 of Cola Motorsports. Cola last season joined us late in the series. Whoa! They were 19. They're getting out of the 9 milk duds there. Looks like Gordon in the 19, unfortunately, got up right on the wall out of turn 4 on the front stretch, and they ended up getting a little bit more of a bump to Naughty Milk Duds. Not sure what happened there, but looks like both drivers all over the place here. Something going wrong there. As you can see, the battle now for second yet again. Get used to hearing this, folks. It's Kate Taddy and Young Racing battling here. Look at this now. Kate Taddy down side by side, going out of the backstretch into turn 3, going into turn 4. They're side by side here, folks. No driver seeming to give it an edge. It looks like Kate Taddy's going to get him on the middle section here. Down back low here. Kate Taddy makes the pass for second. Brings it down, bring it up. You're going to see a lot of those guys do that here tonight. The Kroger 47 of Young Racing trying to get another leg, another rhythm to get around that number 12 of Kate Taddy. And immediately you can see how much of a difference that this track is starting to make, as we are now down to lap 10 of 16. We've got 7 to go here. Cola, though, just continuing his dominance in this race and continuing to push forward as the laps start to wind down. You get a good look at the back of the drivers here as well. You can see a little bit of a battle there as Hoffy in the number 3 trying to hold off number 19 of Gordon. The new driver joining us here is trying to get himself into contention and trying to figure out his way around with these cup cars. Spoke with him earlier today. He seemed like a nice kid and a good driver. Right now, maybe just a little bit of a learning curve or struggling with Iowa. This is not a track, though, you can mess around with. As you can see now, we got a bit of a side-by-side battle. This is the battle for 10th. This is wide open racing. A new driver with us in the series, number 48. And to the back there, the 18 of Hot Rod Rowdy. Rowdy bringing home that 18's M&M's machine last week in second place. Third place, falling short just a little bit. And yet he's now back here at Iowa looking to try and get back after that disastrous start he had. You can see the number 1 of Daddy Day. Daddy Day now trying to keep himself into contention and away from getting past here. And you can see that run really getting on the front stretch. He's starting to make it work, but here comes Hot Rod Rowdy in that 18 M&M's machine trying to get the Toyota above the Chevrolet. Not going to get it out of turn 2, though. You're going to see a lot of these guys when they're coming into turns. As you can see, there's Broken Dreams, unfortunately, falling down off of turn 3, going into turn 4. He is spun out. You're going to see a lot of these guys like Daddy Day really making that rhythm section on the bottom and go straight to the top, because if you see that little black mark there, that's where you're going to see most of the traffic going through as they continue on with this race. But in the back now, as you can see, lap traffic starting to get in the way as a number 4. Whoa, JR in the 2's loose on there. G Pre in the 43 holding his own here against the number 12, Kate Taddy, but ended up getting passed and lapped there. And Young Racing in that 47 now is looking to catch up, but Kate Taddy still trying to get himself into contention to catch up to Cola Motorsports. But you can see right there, folks, Cola has a pretty good lead. I'd say that's at least a half a second away from Kate Taddy. Thankfully, the lap's starting to wind down and starting to finish out here. We're down to the last 2 laps of stage 1, I believe, as they're coming down to the end here. Here they come now, down out of turn 3, going into turn 4. Cola Motorsports going to go up, and it looks like this is all his stage win here, folks. And that will end stage 1. The victory going to Cola Motorsports. Kate Taddy finishing second. Young Racing in the 47 finishing third. Everybody else coming around out of turn 4. They're going to try to get their spots back. Daz in the 20. The number 9, Naughty Milk Duds. A little bit of a drag race at the end there. Whoa, getting right into each other there. Easy there, boys. No harm, no foul. That'll get fixed up nonetheless. Nick Racer in the 8, falling victim early into that wreck and getting pushed back further. Techno in the number 14 himself. I was told he was Techno. I was not Tikno or Tokno or whatever. It's Techno, for the record. But nonetheless, in that Mobile 1 Ford Mustang. But you can see everybody all situated out. A little bit of damage on some of these guys. A little bit of some scuff marks and bruises. That's okay. They'll get it all situated out in the pits here. We're going to get everything all taken care of. Some guys are falling a lap down, unfortunately. It looks like G-Pre, JR, and Broken Dreams, 3 drivers of the 16, have fallen victim to the lap count down. But in this case, the lucky dogs are going to go to G-Pre in this case. So we're going to see them all bring those cars back to life here in Stage 2. Watch for that green flag as they're going to fly right here as they're coming down out of turn 4 on the front stretch. Here they come now on the front stretch. The green flag waving in the air. You can see they're all fighting for position. Look at this now. Almost a 3 wide, 4 wide battle here as Hoffy in the number 3 starting to work his way into the pack. 3 wide out of turn 2. K-Taddy and Wide Open Racing and Young Racing involved in that one. Whoa, a little bit of a bump there. Here we go. 4 wide out of turn 3. Going into turn 4. You can see Wide Open Racing trying to get a rhythm on the bottom. Not quite able to get it there. Young Racing doing a great job holding himself out, trying to get around the number 12 of K-Taddy outside. 3 wide in the back yet again. Take a look at this, folks. Gets Michaela, the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy, trying to make her way into position. Starting to really get that rhythm section figured out and taken care of there. She was able to go 3 wide with Rowdy and Wide Open Racing. The 18 and the 48 doing a great job. Wide Open Racing finally getting himself back into contention after the disastrous restart. All drivers really maintaining position and getting themselves all taken care of here. You can see the amount of control these guys have on one another, and unfortunately Broken Dreams, the 49, still struggling with that car there, and that's a tough break for Old Sparkalicious. As we get back to the track here, folks, you can see how much of a difference these guys are getting on that lap counter as we get a bit of a side-by-side battle for 5th here. This is the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy in the 24, passing now around the 18. Hot Rod, Rowdy in the 18, Toyota Camry, a Chevrolet and Toyota going back out of here, but don't count out the number 1 of Daddy Day, Sweet Daddy Day, and the number 1 Monster Energy Beast. That number 1 machine been always a fighter to say the least, but back up front here as you can see now, you got Cola Motorsports being passed there by K-Taddy and the 12. K-Taddy and Cola, 2 longtime friends and longtime rivals going back at it, and Cola been passed for first, so he has now lost his lead. I don't know how many times we've said that in past times, but you can see Cola not too happy with that. He's going up high. He says, I don't care, I'm going to start flying. Going up on the outside line, trying to get it to stick there a little bit more off turn 2. Going to go down the backstretch to turn 3. Cola trying to get a run, trying to get something to stick, but the Young Racing the 47 is right there. Like a silent assassin in the night, he's waiting for the opening. He's waiting for a position, trying to get his spot in here and trying to get it taken care of so he can become the race leader for the first time this season. He's yet to win a race. He's been fighting, scratching, clawing, and dealing with every ounce of pressure and other issues he's been racing on this entire season. But it seems like he's always in the forefront of it at the start and not getting the run he wants at the end. K-Taddy and Cola going back and forth here with one another. Cola trying to go to the outside and get something to stick. But as you can see, folks, the difference with the high line to the bottom is that the bottom line will give you more of a run off the burb if you apex it in just right off turn 4 or turn 2. And you can see how much of a difference that is making between these guys right now. Nonetheless, though, you can see now K-Taddy opening the door up a little bit. Cola gonna make him pay for it? No, not yet. They're gonna go they're gonna go into the draft here. May go side by side out of turn 4. We've got that drone cam up in the air. That's the Choppa cam. Pedal to Metal giving a great camera experience and great show here. They're showing you guys what they can do, but problems for Broken Dreams. I'm not sure what's going on with that 49 machine, but he has got a huge problem in the car. Something not right for him. I couldn't tell you what's going on, folks, as we're getting down to the last few laps here of Stage 2. As the drivers start to come more and more forward, you can see the battle starting to weaken and slow down. You're going to see a lot of that here. It's the same thing you may have seen with the iRacing circuit with the eNASCAR Outlaw Series, is that when the laps start to wind down, these cars will as well. Because the thing is that a lot of these guys are going to burn up those right rears going down the bottom so quick, and that's going to make the car much more unstable and tighten up very badly on the exits, because the thing is that they've been burning up so much on the right. The weight distribution on the right side cannot withstand and hold the amount that the whole car can handle itself. Whoa, and a lot of turn 2 there. Naughty Milk Duds getting all sorts of loose which way to Sunday. Spins it out of turn 2. He's got it recentered and restacked. He'll be back on the track, but my goodness, folks, that was a huge little spin he had there. As we move back up into position here, you can see now we're winding down on the laps here. We're currently at lap 10 of 14, about 5 to go here, and Young Racing still just hoping and praying for a miracle in this one, although he may just be saving something for later. You can see Cola Motorsports as we go on the onboard cam. He is just putting it right up into the wall. Almost like wall riding that thing, but at the same time he's not. He's just basically getting it so close to where you think he's going to lose momentum, but the thing is, he's actually apexing it right there. Here we go, out of turn 3, going into turn 4. He's trying to apex that turn as close as he can to the yellow line while maintaining the momentum off that turn. The biggest thing is when you're up on that hill, as looks like that was the end of the stage, so it looks like my producers need to be fired for that one. They told me that was not the end of the stage. There was 5 to go. But nonetheless, that's going to be Kate Taddy in the Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang, your race leader of Stage 2. And that's going to give him that stage point that he so desires. And of course, we got Cola right behind him, still has that stage win. So both of them tied right now for the most points in this race. But this last part, the Stage 3 finale, the final stage as we call it, that will be where you see everybody finish this one out. And again, folks, we want to say real quick to everybody at home, if you're just now watching or tuning in, thank you so much for choosing PTM Racing TV's PTM Racing Series for the NASCAR Heat 5 show. Tonight, these Cup Series drivers are running on custom setups, and they are also at Iowa Speedway, the fastest short track in the world, and it is presented to you in part by Dirt Track for your mobile Android and iOS devices. Well, guys, this is it. The last one. I think you got 36 laps to the distance here. What will become of these guys? We got to finish out the 70 here. Cola Motorsports leads the way with Kate Taddy right beside him, as Kate Taddy will get the run on the front stretch there. You can see how much of a difference that's making for Kate Taddy. He's just getting more on it than these guys are as they come down now out of turn 3, going into turn 4. A little bit of side-by-side action still. You're going to see them start to spread apart a little bit. You may see a little 3-wide action there. It looks like the number 19 getting a little bit loose there off of the front stretch. He is all over the place. Whoa, right into the 43 of G3. We got big trouble there. Wide open racing right into the 18 of Rowdy Silvers. That's going to call the manual caution, if not already the caution, folks. And everybody is slowing down. Oh, man, JR is all over the place, right into the wide open racing of 48. I'm not sure what happened there, but those guys getting completely involved in that one. Holy smokes. Caution's coming out, folks, and man, that was a huge, huge lick, to say the least. My goodness. I believe on that caution flag, folks, that the number 12, Kate Taddy's still going to be your race leader. That beautiful Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang machine that Ryan Blaney drives in the NASCAR Series. Absolutely a gorgeous looking thing. Then, of course, Young Racing, the Kroger 47, Velveeta Cheese machine. He'll stay with these guys as well here. So it will be anybody's to top and anybody's to battle here, as we're going to get into the next closing stage here. We're going to get another restart in. Drivers all situated out, and look at this Young Racing. Bold strategy. He did not pit. Will that come back to cost him, because Cola and Kate Taddy got a long murderer's row to catch up to him. Off the restart, Young Racing leads them out. Right off the start, there they come. 3 wide, 4 wide out of turn 2. You can see everybody getting closer together as they come out of the turn. 4 wide still. They're going to go into 3 wide now. They're still battling in the back. Look at these guys working their way in, working the cars in. You can see Kate Taddy and Cola trying to get themselves back up into position. Sweet Daddy Day in the number 1 trying to get himself up in there. And here they go, 3 wide yet again. Look at that. A 4 wide scenario. Look out. We got trouble in the back. Looks like the number 19 getting into Kate Taddy of the 12 there. And Kate Taddy managing to come clean. The 22 of Cola, he is starting to make his way in there. And look at this, folks. 3 wide yet again down on the front stretch. 3 wide in the back there as they come down out for turn 1, going to turn 2. The battle here. Whoa! What happened to Young Racing? Young Racing, the 47, losing it out of turn 2, folks. Did he overdrive the car or did something else happen? I couldn't tell you because we can't get the replay out, but that opened up the door to the number 24, the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy. I know we're supposed to be talking with her right now, but she's a little bit busy in the car, and I was told by our producers that, well, frankly, if I mess with Texas, I'm going to get in big trouble. So I'm going to let her race and figure everything out here, but she's going to have a lot of company on her hands because Cola Motorsports and that 22 machine has now caught up with the leaders. He challenges Naughty Milk does number 9 for second. Can McCarthy hold him out on the bottom here? Coming down out of turn 3, going in, or excuse me, turn 1, going in turn 2. Look at this now, Naughty Milk does. I would not be trying to fight with McCarthy because you got a hot shot here in Cola Motorsports. The 22 machine bringing it right up to the wall, but not spinning it. That's going to spin McCarthy. McCarthy and Kate Taddy getting involved in that one. That's putting Taddy in the pit lane. They're going to go 4 wide there on the front stretch. JR, the 14, JR in the 2, Nick Racer in the 8, the 14 of Techno, and the cautions coming out. These guys are all over the place here, folks. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure what happened there, folks. Now, I don't know if that was a manual caution or if that is the race caution. Judging by our booth right now, and my producers are now giving me word that was a manual caution. So, once again, that darn old mean looking guy in that flag stand, he did not have his darn binoculars on again. How does he not have his binoculars on to see these guys? How can he not see the wrecks going on? Like, these guys are spinning out all control over there and he doesn't see this? That is just beyond my comprehension. But nonetheless, everybody's getting all situated out here, and we'll get the manual caution all situated out. You'll see these guys get re-racked, restacked, and all that. And I gotta believe right now, somebody's not too happy right now, and that's probably that number 12 of Kate Taddy. What a hard lick he took, and what an unfortunate break he had there. But nonetheless, he'll get everything switched up and fixed up there. And we want to say real quick, thank you to the Pottles and Kate Taddy for the comments earlier, and then Rod Christensen, thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate you guys coming in and giving us the privilege to bring you guys your Monday night series of Cup racing here. The action-packed, all stacked and all that. These guys running custom setups, as we said before, and they're getting all taken care of here. They're in the pit road right now. I believe we are down just under the... We're just at the 10 or 15 lap marker left. Not sure yet. We'll get to you guys in a minute about that. Woo! And in comes the parking lot. A little bit of a demolition derby, if you will, for some of these guys. They're all coming in there. I'm surprised Kate Taddy's going back into the pits. He already got thrown in there, but nonetheless, he's getting himself back in there. So maybe he's just trying to get some more tires and a more of a Lincoln gas there. Alright, looking off the restart, it looks like off that pit, Sweet Daddy Day in the number 1 of the Monster Energy machine and the number 9, Naughty Milk does woo. I'm not sure what's going on between those two right there up front, but you can see Cola Motorsports getting right up in the grill of Monster Energy's Daddy Day. But here comes the rest of the field there. They're going to come out at turn 3, going turn 4. I believe this will be the restart there I've been looking for here, folks. Getting ready to watch for that green flag to fly high in the air. Here we go, folks. Watch that restart and watch these guys go at it as they will bring the cars to life. And off that restart, Daddy Day is going to get a huge jump off of that, and that's going to give the run to him. And that looks like they're going to let him keep going here. Yep, they're not going to stop. So Cola Motorsports now going to try to make the move on the outside there out of turn 2, and he's going to be just successful doing it Daddy Day falling back behind. You can see Techno starting to make his way up into the pack, taking on JR in the number 2. You got the number 9, Naughty Milk Duds to their outside. Battle for 4th here as these guys go side by side with one another. JR looking to the middle there, maybe trying to pull the old 3 wide scenario. Cola Motorsports though, he is absolutely just flying right now. Whoa! Techno right into the number 9 of Naughty Milk Duds. Both drivers staying clear there and staying good. Yeah, here comes the number 2 of JR. JR looking to the inside, trying to take over for 3rd. 4th now as they come back out of turn 1, going into turn 2. These guys still going back at one another. And it looks like Techno's got some huge problems, but not going to call for the caution. They're not going to get into one another. And as I say that, gets right into the 43 of G Pre. But here comes the 47 now of Young Racing. He's starting to make some big moves here. These guys all sorts of out of shape. I know this is short track racing, but guys, you got to be a little cleaner than that. Going all over the place and all that. These guys are damaged up and beyond broken by repair. K-Taddy in that 12 now, he's just trying everything he can to get back up with Cola and challenge him for the lead here. We're now at the 20 lap point here, so we've got 20 to go. JR in that 2 still doing battle with that number 12 of K-Taddy. The number 9, Naughty Milk Duds, just trying to hold out. You can see Taddy trying to get that outside line to work and trying to get around him. Let's go on board real quick with McCarthy. I'm going to show you guys real quick a little something here about these drivers. Oh, as I say that real quick, watch this. 3 wide out of turn 4. Look at this. JR getting into there. K-Taddy as well. Naughty Milk Duds goes in the wall, getting out of trouble, does McCarthy. Great camera work there from our producers. You can see still right now K-Taddy just continuing to move up. A 3 wide scenario that was coming up for JR, Daddy Day, and K-Taddy there. And you can see that was really starting to work in the favor of K-Taddy in this case because of his positioning off that high line. You see where McCarthy is. That's where you want to be off those turns. You want to bring it up to the wall and get a good run down to the bottom. Apex in the middle of the turn on the bottom end. And make sure you bring it straight back up as quick as you can to get the car to give it the momentum you need to run off that. There is just one slight error though. If you do that too much, you will burn those right sides up too much and they will get really loose on you later down the road, or really tight depending on how you set the car up. As you see right now, the distance between Cola, Taddy, and the number 8 of Nick Racer starting to just absolutely be blown away here. Cola Motorsports, say what you will folks, but he is a fast hombre. No matter what track he's on, he's almost like the Kyle Busch of our series at times. The only difference is he's liked. Yeah, we gotta throw a few zingers around here sooner or later. But nonetheless, back to the track here. K-Taddy in the 12, still doing battle there with the number 2 of JR. 2 big Ford Mustang machines going at it here, and you can see in the back there, Naughty Milk Duds kind of trying to follow in line to the number 18 of Hot Rod Rowdy and the number 24 of the one you don't mess with Texas McCarthy. Naughty Milk Duds looking for that big old move, that naughty maneuver. He's been looking to get ahead, trying to get up into position and battle his way back up to the front. Currently the battle is for 6 here with Rowdy and the 18, the Toyota and the Chevrolet going back at it. 2 longtime friends still side by side going out of the backstretch, going into turn 3, going into turn 4. You can see the difference. Look at this. 3 wide goes. Wide open racing in the 48. A big move by the Ally Camaro. Oh, but it looks like Naughty Milk Duds getting right into the wall and slowing down the momentum of Young Racing in that 47 machine. Both drivers able to keep it clean, but a big maneuver there and a big hit, to say the least, on his end. K-Taddy now, you can see the distance is starting to shrink there. Cola Motorsports is running out of time because K-Taddy is hitting his marks, hitting his spots. He's finding the line and finding his way back up into position. This could be something here for K-Taddy to get around and get back up into position here. You may see the change yet again as we go back into the pack. You can see the battle starting to wage in and rage war on as these guys continue to move forward in the laps here. We'll be at the 10 lap marker here in just a few laps, and you can see the difference between some of these guys and the distance between those leaders. JR is really the only guy that's been able to catch up with K-Taddy and Cola Motorsports. As you can see, Nick Racer in the 8, he's also starting to make a bit of a name for himself. He's now currently battling in 4th. He's got Sweet Daddy Day in the number 1 though, right behind him. The Monster Energy Beast still trying to get himself into contention and take over for that number 8 Chevrolet Camaro. And look at this now. Daddy Day going to bring it down low, trying to get into that area. And you can see that one, yeah, don't mess with Texas McCarthy right behind him, squeezing in, looking carefully here. And here comes Daddy Day now going to the inside line because McCarthy took the outside. And now she has taken over for fifth. McCarthy still trying to get back into the running, into the hot spot. She is currently catching up to Nick Racer in that 8 machine. K Taddy currently still trying to close the gap on Cola Motorsports, but consider where he was at, folks. He was about 2.5 seconds away from Cola Motorsports about 5 laps ago. We're down to 10 to go now, and K Taddy somehow, someway has found his moment, his chance to catch up to Cola Motorsports. But somehow as well, good old JR in that 22, he's been fighting and getting himself back into contention to catch up with these two heavy hitters. It seems like every time out you'll see Cola and K Taddy going at it, so that may just be the rivalry of the year in the NASCAR Heat League series. But I gotta admit, JR in that two machine, he could be something down the road that you can least expect. You can't sleep on him at all. He will find a way to catch up to you. He'll get you when you least expect it. As we look back in the pack here, still the battle up for fifth. As the one don't mess with Texas McCarthy and Sweet Daddy Day in the number 1, trying to hold each other out here. Unfortunately, the 47 of Young Racing falling victim to the early collision and early issues, and he's a little bit of a spin out there, as I say that. Young Rowdy, Hot Rod Rowdy, almost getting into Young Racing, the 47 out of turn 2, managing to save it there. Great save by Hot Rod, but unfortunately that's going to make him fall behind even more. As you can see now, wide open racing, getting a little bit closer there with Daddy Day. Looking to the inside now, going to try to get it to stick a little bit more on down to turn 1 into turn 2. Daddy Day trying to hold off the number 48 of that Ally number Chevrolet of wide open racing. Two big Chevrolets going at it. Those big blocks in there are definitely going to be pushed to their limit as we're coming down to the last bit of laps here. McCarthy trying her best to get that 4th spot away from Nick Racer. Nick Racer and the number 8 still doing a great job getting himself into contention and holding out here. This could be something here to the end. You can see McCarthy just starting to squeeze in, start to open up, start to close that gap a little bit. But right behind him, look at this wide open race, and Daddy Day going right back at it, side by side, little rubbing there. Here comes McCarthy trying to make the big move on the inside, not quite able to get it. Going outside, and that looks to be the end of the race actually, unless there was a caution. No, that's going to be the end of the race in this case, so that will go to Cola Motorsports and the Ford Mustang Southern California Ford Mustang machine, and right behind it will be K Taddy in the 12. Finishing 3rd is going to go to JR in the 2. And we're getting our unofficial results up real quick. Nick Racer will finish 4th. One, don't mess with Texas McCarthy finishing 5th after that last big run. Sweet Daddy Day in the 1 will finish 6th. 7th going to Wide Open Racing, the newcomer pulling off a good show here. 8th going to the old-timer Hoffy. Young Racing unfortunately falling victim back to early issues and early problems. He'll finish 9th and 47th. And then rounding out your top 10 will be Rowdy Silvers in the 18. Well, looks like we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a chat with Cola and K Taddy once again. How many times have we said that here on the PTM Racing TV chat, folks? It seems like we can never get away from these guys. And it looks like our fast driver there was Cola yet again, and it looks like the slowest is going to go to, I would say that it's going to be going to Gordon in the number 19. So bonus points for those drivers there. Let's go ahead and bring in our race winners here tonight and get an idea of what was going through their minds on that one. Can't wait to hear from that old 22 machine, see how Cola felt on this one here. It seems like every time he's out there, he just finds a way to run his tail end off and just outdo everybody. So I'm definitely curious to see how he did. But nonetheless, right now we're meeting up with our 3rd place finisher here tonight. And it's been a while there, my friend, but good old JR in the number 2 machine. JR, congratulations on a 3rd place podium finish here tonight. It seemed like you got pushed back early, but as time went on, you seemed to finally found that rhythm section and get yourself up. What was the key to success for you in that Mustang machine tonight?
Well, it was a mission tonight, I knew I had a good car. I qualified fourth. I screwed up on lap 2 or 3, whatever it was. I hit that patch down in turn 1, and it just spun me around. Then I spent the rest of stage 1 and 2 at the back, and it was just a fight. I got a couple of lucky breaks that I was able to drive right through the middle of, and lo and behold, I wound up where I hoped I would be.
Managed to get yourself through those gaps that's about as big as the Grand Canyon or is about as small as a puckered lip, and yeah, nonetheless you were able to get yourself in to third place here tonight. So congratulations to JR here tonight, man. Yeah, you got yourself a good one here. Hope to see you next time out, buddy.
Thanks.
Hey, congrats, Jeff.
All right, JR in the number 2, everybody. And coming in second here tonight in that number 12 machine, the Advanced Auto Parts of K-Taddy. K-Taddy, congratulations here in that Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang number 12. I can say right now, man, you look like an absolute beast when you got past everybody there and were catching up to Cola. What was the issue there on those restarts when you went in after you got out of pits?
Well, there in stage 3 I pit, and it pushed me back 2 on the restart. I was 10th. Me and Cola were both going on the outside, passing everybody, and then McCarthy got loose, I think, in the lead, and it put me on pit road. So when that happened, I had to go back and restart 13th. So the restarts was just so far back. I had to pass all the cars to get up there. So that final restart of the race, Cola starting on point. I knew I had some work to do, so I probably drove the car a little more harder than I needed to, and because of that, I wore my stuff out before I got to Cola, so I didn't have anything for him.
You may have wore yourself out to get into him, but nonetheless, you definitely gave a huge show to put on, to say the least, as you were fighting from 13th and made yourself all the way back from 2nd, or as we like to put it, you worked from the outhouse and got yourself almost into that White House. So, K-Taddy, you still got a bonus point in that stage, and you can't be too mad about that.
Nah, I think all in all, it was great racing. Everybody gave each other a lot of room for it being a shorter track. I thought it was a great job. Kudos to everybody that was in the field tonight.
Absolutely, indeed, my friend. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next time out, buddy.
All right, thank you. Real quick, Cola said he can't make the post-race interview. Somebody just showed up at his house or something, so just let you know.
Okay, so we'll have to and excuse Cola this one time. I guess he just doesn't want to talk to me. He's getting tired of talking with me, apparently. So we'll let him have that one this time. So, but thanks again, K-Ty, for the heads up, and we'll see you next time out still.
All right, thank you. Bye.
All right, K-Taddy and that number 12 Advanced Auto Parts machine, your second place finisher here tonight, and your race winner. Well, yeah, I heard it. Yeah, Cola, unfortunately, not able to get in touch with us. He had something going on, so I think in all honesty, he's just coming up with an excuse because he doesn't want to talk with me. And he's probably also down in pit road with the victory lane set up, just drinking a few beers and having some Busch Lights while he's at it. At that point, though, Cola, you might as well have a few Iowa steaks or chops with it, because you can't go to Iowa without those Iowa steaks and Iowa chops, man. You just need to. But nonetheless, folks, that is going to wrap up tonight's Heat Series for the Monday Night Cups action-packed all-out adventure here. And we want to say real quick to everyone that did tune in and did watch us for a little bit, thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate all the love and support you guys give to us. Be sure to tune in here on Facebook on PTM Racing TV, as we will bring you guys live for the fourth time now of IE NASCAR Outlaw Cup Series, as they'll do battle at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that will be conducted only on the Facebook channel for the live stream. You may see the actual show on YouTube in due time, but for now it will be up on Facebook. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube, and then follow us on Twitter and Facebook to catch all the great action-packed races, whether it be from the Heat Series or from iRacing. And again, real quick to our sponsors, thank you to Dirt Tracking for mobile, Android, and iOS devices. The best dirt track and racing game is free on the market. And it is also Dirt Tracking 2, one of the best great sim racers as well out there for your phone. If you like that action-packed adventures of the sprint cars or the modifieds, be sure to go check up Dirt Tracking for mobile, Android, and iOS devices. And then also check out Dirt Tracking 2 for the late model series and stock car series on that. With a customization to your heart's desire, you can't go wrong with good old Dirt Tracking or Dirt Tracking 2. And nonetheless, again, folks, thank you again, everybody that tunes in each and every week. I want to say thank you to PTM for allowing me to come in tonight and broadcast for you guys. We'll see you all next week. So until then, my friends, God bless, farewell, sayonara, and good night, everybody.